Hi everybody, it's Tallara and welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. We're currently in between chapters 7 and 8 of the game, and I've been going around New LA sort of knocking off all of these affinity missions that we still have to do. We've got a ton, and my plan today was actually to knock off the couple that are still in the Blade Barracks, but we've got a change of plans. Now, I'm a little bit ahead of recording these episodes when they go live, so I just saw this comment today on one of the earlier videos. I've mentioned multiple times in this playthrough about how much I love hearing from you guys, and this is a prime example. I have been given some very important information which moves an affinity quest to the top of our list, and that means we are down here in the commercial district of New LA, and it's time for us to start the quest 9 Lives. Before we do, I need to laugh. I teleported down here, and when you teleport around, your Skell teleports with you, and I love how I've just literally left it parked in the middle of the street. Talk about a traffic hazard, am I right? Either way, the 9 Lives Affinity mission is just over here, so let's check it out, and I'm very, very, very excited at the possibility of pets.
Hey there, Matthias.
Gwyn, sir, you're with Colonel Elma's team today?
I don't think we've met. My name's Lin Li Ku.
Tatsu is Tatsu.
My name's Matthias. I'm a mediator. May I ask what you're all doing together, sir?
I needed help on a mission, so I called in a favor.
Geez, Gwyn. Being on Arena's team is already impressive, but this is... wow.
Actually, Arena and I both rely on Gwyn a great deal.
What? Really?
Man, I wish I could join an elite Blade team. Maybe if I wasn't screwing up on the job all the time.
Whoa, what's with all the doom and gloom, Matthias? You're usually so annoyingly upbeat.
Hey now, Gwyn, come on, be nice. What's wrong, Matthias? Maybe we can help.
Oh, I couldn't have elites like you wasting time on little old me. I'll work it out myself. It's nothing, really.
Matthias not very good at whole lying thing.
What? I'm not.
Tatsu, smell your desperation. It desperation of friend who cannot decide what to eat for breakfast.
Yeah, it's actually more of a work thing, so...
Matthias, we're here and we're willing to help. Come on, tell us your problem.
Yeah, come on, it's obvious you want to talk about it. Here, why don't you think about it out loud, and we'll just happen to casually overhear.
That's kinda weird.
Matthias, seriously. At the end of the day, we're all Blades here. If there's a problem, then just tell us.
Sir, yeah, all right. If you really don't mind, I need your help. Here, take a look at this.
Oh my god, how adorable! I love cats.
Me too!
Love to eat them, Lin
What?
means. Just like Lin does all adorable creatures.
Oh.
What? I'd never eat a cat.
This is about the
She's my
running
problem,
joke about
actually.
Tatsu being
Her
a
name's Aisha,
piece of food.
and I need help finding her.
Oh no, your cat ran away? That's horrible.
I feel silly troubling you with something so minor, but she hasn't been home in over a day, and I'm worried sick.
Hold on a sec. I thought you said your problem was work-related.
Is the cat somehow related to your job as a mediator?
Actually, she is. She's part of a study on the adaptability of Earth species here on Mira.
Huh. That does sound important.
Yeah, well, it's not like I'm shooting indigents in the face like you guys.
Matthias, you should be proud of what you do. First of all, I'm kind of jealous that your job is working with pets while I have to go, spelunking into the mountains, finding things that are, well, you could say not cute. Images come to mind of all the gross bugs and spiders we've had to deal with. If anything, Matthias, you should be very happy that your job involves cats.
Hey, look. Our job might sound more glamorous and exciting. Well, okay, it probably is more glamorous and exciting, but that doesn't make it more important.
Gwyn's right. We're all working for a better future here on Mira. All parts of that struggle carry equal value as far as we're concerned.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right then, let's get out there and find little Aisha.
And LA is a pretty big place. I'm not exactly sure where we'd start. Are there certain areas she frequented you can tell us about?
A few, I suppose. though I already searched all the nearby parks and such. Beyond that...
Let's see. Do you have anything with her scent on it? Maybe Tatsu here could sniff her out.
Tatsu is not Bloodhound.
How the heck do you know about bloodhounds?
Actually, I just thought of something. A few times she came home covered in oil. Like motor oil or something.
Poor kitty.
It took forever to scrub it off her.
Motor oil, huh?
That would narrow it down to the industrial district and the lower administrative district, no?
All right. We'll check out the lower administrative district. Matthias, you take the industrial district. If you find anything, let us know.
Understood. Thank you, everyone, and sorry again for all the trouble.
We may be in a race to save humanity from dying out, but honestly, I think this is the most important quest we've picked up yet. We need to help Gwyn's subordinate Matthias with his work, and most importantly, we need to find his missing kitty. Let's track that mission in our navigation panel, and now we're gonna go check out the lower administration district. If we haven't talked about this in the series so far, I'm sure you figured out by now that I love animals. You've probably pieced it together from the number of times I've oohed and awed and cooed and squealed over cute fluffy creatures we've encountered in our travels. But I love animals. I love all animals, but most importantly, I love cats. This is a great opportunity to give my cat Muffin some screen time. This is my little girlie. She's actually incorporated a lot into this channel. You'll find some of the channel exclusive emotes actually are Muffin. She's also worked into the logo that I use for not only this channel, but also my work over on Twitch. So that was just a great segue for me to show off Muffin, and hopefully you find her as cute as I do. Regardless, we need to head and find another kitty. And hopefully she's a-okay. I don't like the sound of her coming home covered in motor oil. Oh man, that really must be difficult to get out of her fur. At least it helps narrow it down a little bit though, and she's probably over by the hangar here where they keep the skells. Presumably they use a lot of motor oil to keep those things lubricated. So, seems as good a place as any to check it out. Now the question is, completing this quest, do you think it's gonna allow me to get a pet of my own? Because if so, yeah, best quest ever. Alright, so looks like this is sort of the search area we have here. We are indeed in the Skell hangar. And now let's see if there's any kitties around. I don't even know, I mean, kitties are so small. They could really be anywhere. I'm wondering if we maybe see any paw prints, if we hear any meowing, or if, you know, we're just expected to find one kitty in amongst all this machinery.
Guess
Here, kitty, 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 here, kitty, 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 kitty. Okay, I've looked all around the industrial area and was not able to find Kitty, and the quest marker actually moved location, seemingly indicating that, yeah, Kitty's not here. We should go meet up with Matthias in the industrial district to see if he's had any better luck. So I'm kind of glad that that happened, because otherwise I could have spent maybe all day trying to find Kitty down here. I never would have given up on the search, but the quest marker seems to indicate that Kitty is not, in fact, in this location, so we'll go see if Matthias has had better luck. He's over in the industrial district. I know we could fast travel over there, but we don't spend a whole lot of time walking around New LA, so I don't mind getting my steps in and kind of being boots on the ground here in the city for a little bit. We get a great view of the Man-on mothership up there. It really is big. Basically blocks out the sky there in the southern part of New LA. It is really, really late at night. It's actually 4 a.m. in-game time. Seems like maybe a strange time to be out hunting for a kitty, but hey, anytime, any place, you call Tallara, she'll help find your missing cat. Alrighty, Roo, we're heading past the diner here. And Matthias should be just up ahead, next to, I'm not sure what this area is. It's some sort of factory or plant. Integrated production plant. Okay. There's Matthias. Have you had any luck finding Kitty?
Any luck, sir?
No cat, but some info.
Did something happen to Aisha?
No, nothing like that. A curator saw her, at least a cat that looks like her, down by the cliffside beach.
What? You mean she got out of the city?
Sounds like it.
Oh, my poor Aisha. I have to rescue her right away. Thank you all so much for your help.
Whoa, hey, wait, Matthias!
That area is teeming with dangerous indigents.
Team Tatsu should hurry before Matthias and Kitty Cat become snack for beasties.
We've come this far. We might as well see the whole thing through.
We will not let Kitty Cat become a snack for beasties. And, you know, that other guy too. We definitely don't want him eaten. So, Team Tatsu, as Tatsu so perfectly named us, has given us the go-ahead to head over here. So if we actually fast travel to FN Site 116, we'll be fairly close to the beach. Let's go check it out. How or why Kitty made it all the way outside the city and down to the beach, we'll never know. I mean, I know that cats like sand, because usually it sort of reminds them of a litter box. I'm not sure what the litter box situation is in New LA. Does Kitty think that she needs to come all the way out to the beach to use the litter? I hope not. Oh yeah, there's a level 81 tyrant out here, so let's make sure Kitty is nowhere near that guy. It's been a while since we've been down this way. This is basically the first area that we explored in the game, so it's a little bit nostalgic coming down here. This is Cliffside Beach. Oh, and there's a monster.
Hold on, Matthias, we're coming!
Well, there's Matthias, but I don't see Kitty. Regardless, we'll have more of an opportunity to look around once we get rid of the Shallows Grex here. The Affinity Mission 9 Lives is actually only a level 21 mission, so clearly we're a little bit over-leveled for this, but it's totally fine. Nice. Alright, Shallows Grex is down. Now where's Kitty?
Quinn, all of you, thank you so much.
Are you insane? A non-combatant like you has no business in a place like this.
Aisha!
There she is!
Aisha! Hey, come on, girl, let's go home. Aisha!
Well, perfect. We managed to scare her off. Do you have anything she likes? Food or something?
She always loves it when I give her Kieran catnip.
Perfect! When Tatsu wander off, Mama Pan always set out food to lure him back.
Yeah, well, Nopon and cats seem to be about the same intelligence level, so...
Huh?
Lynn, were you insulting Cat's intelligence there? Because I know you love insulting Nopon intelligence. Oh my, I'm glad Kitty looks to be relatively unharmed. Let's take a second to investigate this strange insect nest. Things I never thought I'd say aloud. And now, it looks like we might already have the catnip that we need to give to Matthias. Let's see. Aha, a cat trap. With some catnip inside.
Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I can trigger the door remotely from my comm device once she's inside.
So what, we just stand around and wait until she decides to waltz in?
I'm afraid so. Sorry.
It's fine. Standing by is an important element of some missions.
She sure is taking her sweet time. You'd think she'd be starving by now.
Sir? Have you ever owned a pet before?
Yeah, a dog back on Earth. Why?
I could tell from your face when you suggested luring Aisha with food.
Yeah, that dog was an idiot for food.
Quiet.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that sure as hell ain't Aisha.
Oh no! Aisha!
Oh hell, she's gonna fight it! Dude, seriously?
Aisha, you idiot!
You're the idiot here!
Huh?
We'll handle this. You and Aisha get back to NLA.
Yes, sir.
He's not an idiot. He's just a dad who's very overprotective of his kitty, which I understand completely. Speaking of Aisha, I didn't realize she was a little badass. She saw this greedy Forfex going towards her catnip, and she said, nuh-uh, not today. Honestly, I love it. And hey, it all worked out in the end. Matthias picked up Aisha. They're gonna head back to New LA. We'll meet them there momentarily after we get rid of this ugly crab. Alright, Forfex is down. Perfect. Now, let's go and meet our friends back in New LA. Looks like they're actually up in the administrative district, so we can fast travel to Armory Alley and then go north from there. Hopefully Matthias and Aisha made it back to the city alright. It's a long way to run with a cat in your arms. I don't know how wiggly Aisha is, but there is no way I could hold Muffin in my arms and run without her being an extremely wiggly worm. Although maybe if she was paralyzed in fear, it might help. There we are. Hey, there's the two of them. You both look okay. Excellent. Oh!
Glad to see Aisha's home safe.
Here I thought Tatsu and the kitty would be good
Thank you all
friends.
so much.
Apparently not.
Just try and make sure she can't get out again, okay?
He looks devastated
I'm afraid
about
that's
it.
not really an option.
It's not?
Just as we have our missions, Aisha has hers. And that mission is a tough one. To roam this great land of Mira one piece at a time.
Wow. Is that how you collect your data?
Exactly. Yeah, I need her in one piece for my research. Past that, she's on her own.
Oh, please. If this was only about gathering data, you could have used Frontier Nav. Admit it. You were worried sick about her.
Hey,
There goes Kitty Cat.
stay safe, little friend.
That is one independent kitty.
Freedom seems to suit her well.
I'm almost jealous. I look forward to the day I can run around in my real body again. It's been so long.
Smile and nod.
Although, you guys are in for quite a shock when that day comes.
Huh? Why is that?
Why spoil the surprise?
Interesting. Is Elma suggesting that our MIM or robot bodies don't actually fully represent what our real human bodies look like? That was just a little breadcrumb that she dropped there at the end of the mission, but that makes me think. I mean, it does make sense. I feel like everyone we've seen around here is like young, healthy, and fit. So maybe like Elma could be like an old woman or something. Huh. Well, that's going to be something to chew on until we can recover our bodies. Regardless, most importantly, the 9 Lives Affinity mission is complete. We saved Aisha, and after doing so, Gwyn had a serious talk with Matthias in regards to his work. So we learned the longsword art Ultra Slash. And most importantly, we unlocked pets! You can use the barracks customization function of the Customization Center console to change which pet you'd like to keep in the Blade Barracks. You can unlock new pets by completing certain basic missions. Some heart-to-hearts can only be triggered by keeping certain pets in the barracks. All the more reason to get to work on those basic missions. Those pets need you, soldier! Well, you don't need to convince me twice. Alright, well, sounds to me like we need to make a detour back to the barracks so we can see what pets we have available. I'm kind of sad that we can only have one at a time. If it was up to me, I would like our whole barracks to be overrun with cute pets, but one at a time will have to do, I suppose. Beggars can't be choosers. I'm just happy we get to call some fluffy friends our own. Alright, so if we go to the Customization Center, Barracks Customization, Pets. Here we are. Okay, we've all- Oh, we've only got one pet, and it's Aisha, the Abyssinian. That's a new cat breed I've never heard of before. We will select her. That's quite the pose she's giving us there in her photo. And now, where do we see Kitty? Oh, there she is! She is, cleaning her private area on the kitchen counter. Okay, we might need to work on manners, but you know what? We'll take it. There you go. We finally got a pet of our own. That is absolutely adorable. While we're here in the barracks, we may as well tackle some of the other affinity missions. We've got 2 over here, so let's check them out. The first one is called A Day in the Life. It's a bit of a lower level mission, only recommended level 16, but that's okay. I still want to do it nonetheless. Affinity missions have been a great way to not only gain experience and other rewards, but to meet new characters and learn some more about the characters we've already met. They've been really well done so far. They're usually fully voice acted, and I look forward to doing basically every affinity mission. So let's pick this one up next.
Muscle Man is here?
Hey, sorry to bother you. Can you spare a cup of joe?
Sure thing, Commander. You're becoming quite the regular here lately.
Mustache Man has too much time on his wings.
Maybe, but that's a good thing. If the brass has time to putz around, it means the rest of the force is running smooth.
Maybe. Or maybe it means the brass is playing hooky.
Hey, yeah! Where do I sign up for a cushy job like that?
As much as I would like to mock Vandom, have you seen how big his muscles are? I'm gonna be a suck-up here. You know, only Vandom could do his job. No one else has the mustache credentials.
Well, at least someone gets it. But you other jokers, you got no idea what it's like, do you? Well, maybe it's time you all walked a mile in my boots.
I don't know what that means, but I don't like the sound of it.
Well, it's just too damn bad, ain't it? Meet me first thing in the morning, and that's an order.
Okay, a day in the life. We decided to observe Commander Vandom at work for an entire day. Go follow him around. What a very, very interesting quest. I mean, we maybe will get to know Vandom a little bit more, how he spends his time, and I'm sure it's going to be an interesting one. I like under rewards, we get experience and reward money, but we also get a limited tank top, so we too can show off our muscles like Vandom. All right, let's do it. So, where is a day in the life taking us first? It's taking us outside the Blade Barracks. I guess this is essentially like job shadowing. I don't know if you guys did that when you were younger. I remember having to do it for a career class in school. You'd have to shadow someone at their job for the day and then do a little report about it. This is our job shadowing. We're job shadowing Mr. Mustache, leader of Blade. It is an absolute downpour here, but that's fine. Let's take a look. Where are we meeting up with Mr. Mustache? Oh, in the commercial district. Okay, perfect. Barista Court. Oh, we're really seeing every aspect of his day. Are we gonna tag along as he gets his morning coffee? I mean, hey, hopefully he'll buy us a cup, right? Let's see here. Barista Court. Vandom should be around here somewhere.
I heard he usually gets breakfast here, but I don't.
Ah, Mustache Man!
All right, let's get this over with. He's done eating, but he's still sitting there.
As Tatsu thought, so much free time.
We're having trouble with Siniculus, sir. Ben, Miranda, and Cornell's team have been engaging them, but with limited success.
Siniculus? They're a cinch. Just snap that big horn off their melon. That exposes an orange subdermal structure that you can fry with a beam. Just relax and have fun with it.
Sir, Sakuraba Industries is complaining that uranium mining isn't meeting projections.
Well, that's a pickle. Fine, we'll get out there and install some new probes. Otherwise, tell them to work with what they got. Get creative.
Mustache Man seemed very low-key.
Yeah. Is this supposed to make his job seem all stressful?
Ah, there you are. I assume you witnessed that elegant display of high-stakes multitasking?
Not exactly.
Well, it's still early. Come find me in the afternoon when things really heat up.
Wait, what? We have to do this again?
That's an order.
Well, guess our job shadowing isn't done yet. That's what he does in the morning. He gets his breakfast and a cup of joe and sort of triages calls from Blades, but apparently, according to Mr. Mustache anyway, his afternoon really heats up. Looks like in the afternoon he's going to be over in the Skell Barracks area in the lower administrative district, so let's go see what he's up to for part 2 of job shadowing.
He's gotta be around here somewhere.
Ooh, Elma, there he is.
Mustache spotting is fun.
Let's see what he's up to.
Looks like work, for once.
Forget bird
Maintenance is
watching.
falling
I'm
behind,
into
sir.
mustache
Makes
spotting.
sense. Combat got a little rough and tumble yesterday. Let's start with the units that took the most damage. It'll be quicker to strip them down for spare parts than spending weeks fixing them up.
Sounds good, sir.
We can use the electronics and generators as is, but the secondary armor's shot.
All right, then. We'll need new materials to patch it. Hey, you rubberneckers busy?
Rubberneckers?
That's a bit unfair, seeing as how you ordered us to watch you.
Ah, you know what I meant. Anyway, you'd be helping out Blade. The sightseeing tour is over for now. See if you can scrounge up what we need, all right?
Lazy Mustache Man should do it himself.
No can do, Potato Cake. Gotta stay here and oversee the mechanics. Now off with you.
I guess a mission's a mission.
Alright, so it looks like Vandom's afternoon duties involve problem solving, hearing people's requests and helping them out. So, what do we need to do to help them out? We need to get a blue electrical tentacle from Placid Duogills or others in Primordia. Okay, I guess we can do that. Make things a little bit more exciting around here. So it looks like we can get one up here in the Castaway Cavern. Let's go check this out. Okay, looks like I found the monsters we're looking for. It's these flying electric type things. The issue is going to be how we're going to fight them, because if I jump right down into the water, we're not actually going to be able to fight and use our abilities. So I'm wondering... Ah, okay, there's a good spot over on the other side there. We're just going to have to get around some buggies. Now, these things presumably will attack on sight, but at the same time they're only level 12, so I'm wondering if them looking at me makes them sort of change their mind about what they want to do. Alright, this is as low down as we can get, so let's see if we can lure this guy over or hit him from here with our guns. Oh, we might be able to lure this guy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Cave Duogill is the thing we had to look for. Again, the biggest issue about fighting these is simply just trying to get into the right position, because he can stay all the way out there and shoot lightning spears at us, but unfortunately, we can't get out onto the water, so we're just gonna have to use all ranged attacks. Or he can move in even closer, just like that. That works out perfectly, actually. Thank you very much for helping me out here, Cave Duogill. Alright, let's finish this. Perfect. We got the blue electrical tentacle that we needed. We actually got 2 of them. One for good luck. And now we can report back to Vandom and the other Blades.
This is a huge help. Now we can get that armor patched up.
By the way, where's Commander Vandom?
Oh, he took off a while back.
What? He didn't even stick around?
Yeah, he seemed busy. Said he had something else to take care of.
And after Tatsu go to all that trouble of finding stupid materials, Tatsu demand appropriate praise.
Sorry?
Don't worry, it's not your fault.
Oh, but he did leave a message for you guys. Come see how I work at night. And yeah, that's an order.
Oh, come on!
Tatsu already ready to go home and sleep.
Well, we've come this far. Might as well see this through.
Vandam is really serious about this job shadowing thing. He wants us to see how he works morning, afternoon, and night, which, again, rather impressive. Okay, the unfortunate part is we don't know where the heck Vandam even went.
By the way,
So let's go see if we can try to catch his trail a little bit here. I feel like he's probably gone up in the administrative district. Have any of you guys seen Vandam? Even when night falls and Commander Vandam returns to Blade Tower, the hangars are hopping. You wouldn't believe how much we have to repair before sunrise. Alright, perfect. That's the hint we need. So he goes back to Blade Tower at night. Looks like his workday really does bring him to all different sectors of the city. Now let's see what else he has to show us. What do you do at night, Vandam, that you're so eager for us to see?
Strange. I was sure we'd find him here.
So in other words, that's the nest they're coming from? If we know this level of detail, how come we haven't eliminated them?
We've attempted 2 sweeps already. Both times we lost soldiers and resources and gained absolutely nothing.
I guess that explains all the damaged skulls from before.
The results of a failed mission.
Still, until those indigens are cleared out, our trade routes are threatened.
Would you have us repeat the same mistake, this time in a weakened state? And how do you plan on funding this operation?
That isn't it. Look, I realize we don't have the funds.
Boys, knock it off already, will ya?
Commander?
Where'd he come from?
Just who do you think you're addressing?
I've seen that look before. You have a plan?
Wang's team spotted a pack leader in the area. This ugly thing. Take out the pack leader, the rest of them scatter. Any stragglers left over will make for easier targets.
It sounds good in theory. But how do you propose we deal with this pack leader?
A concentrated strike with a team of our very best and brightest. Them.
Us?
Tatsu?
Sounds interesting.
I guess that explains why they're attending top secret meetings. Always a step ahead, eh, Commander?
What? No, we're just here to...
That's why you pay me the big bucks, am I right?
Now, wait just a minute.
Someone has to do this, Lynn.
I guess so, but still...
We'll take care of it.
I knew you would.
Really feels like we're doing a lot of Mr. Mustache's work here today. Is this why he was so intent on us shadowing him? So that we could pick up the slack and do all the tasks that ended up on his desk? Really seems that way, doesn't it? Alright, we've got another trip outside the city lined up for us. This time we're heading up to the northwest. Looks like the sailing Grex that we're looking for should be here in Primordia's Biano grassland. Alrighty, now let's see, what do we got here? We got a whole bunch of Grell, actually. It's not just the leader, he's got all of his minions here as well. And I don't think we're gonna get out of here without a fight with all of them. So we've got about, I don't know, 5 different fighter Grex here. Luckily, they're all pretty low level. Unluckily, there are so many of them I can't even see on my screen right now. My screen was just a mass of black blobs. That was kind of ridiculous. Alright, one down. Now we can focus on the leader. This is the Sailing Grex, the biggest one of them all. If we take this guy down, that's actually mission complete, although we're clearly going to have to take down his minions as well before we can get out of here. But we'll take it one thing at a time. I can't believe how big this thing is. Holy moly. This is pretty crazy, actually. It's a good thing this thing is only level 16, or we would be having a bit of trouble, I think, based on size. Alright, Sailing Grex is down. Now we just gotta take care of the Fighter Grex minions. Again, there's so many of them, I can barely even keep them straight on my screen. I'm just picking one and doing all the damage I can. We'll move on to the next one. There we go, another one down. Thankfully, their bodies do disappear after you defeated them, so it helps declutter the battlefield a little bit, which God knows we really need. There's so much happening here. Alright, that's another one down. That's another one down, that's another one down. This should be the last one. Talk about an extermination mission. Holy moly. Oh, no, there's one more. We took down literally an entire pack of Grex here. Excellent. Alright, down they go. Have I unlocked this base camp before? I guess I must have.
By the way,
we saw research data that suggests all of the Orivises in this area could be coming from a single mating pair over at Unicorn Rock. If we could just find those two. Sounds like another extermination mission. I don't know if I can help you guys out with that one right now, though. I need to report back to Commander Vandom at Blade Tower.
Seriously? He's literally asleep on the job.
Mustache Man could learn some discipline from Tatsu.
We should let him rest. He probably doesn't get many opportunities like this.
Yeah, you're right. I suppose it means that all of New LA is content and at peace.
Ugh, friends never say that when they wake Tatsu up from nap.
Well, there you have it. Mission complete. A day in the life. Commander Vandom certainly keeps New LA running, but the poor guy really needs a vacation.
Looks like he did our paperwork before nodding off.
Wow. He really does juggle a lot of stuff, huh? It's kinda impressive.
All Tatsu ever hear is, "Wake up, Tatsu, and we are in battle, Tatsu, and you ate all the food, Tatsu!"
Alright, well I guess we can all grow to respect Mr. Mustache a little bit more now that we know how busy his days are. He's working from morning to night trying to juggle all the problems of everyone around here. Did he help us out to relieve some of those problems? Sure, but hey, maybe he needed a little hand, right? Okay, I think there was one more affinity mission back at the Blade Barracks, so I want to take care of that one before we call it a day, and then we'll at least have tackled all of the missions in the Blade Barracks that we can access right now. There's a couple more in there, but they're too high level, but I think there's one more that should be within our level range, so let's go check that one out. Should be over here in the kitchen. Let's see, affinity mission, the repair job.
Something wrong, Linley. Tatsu not hear any chopping. And Tatsu is dying of hunger. Linley doesn't want to be murderer, does Linley?
Oh, sorry. I'll whip something up here real quick.
He's right, Lynn. You seem a little off today.
No, I'm fine. It's just... we detected a transmission loss in the Industrial District energy system.
You repaired that before, right? How much of a loss?
It crossed 5% yesterday.
That sounds well within safety tolerances.
Yeah, it is. It's not that so much. It's just... the upgrades I installed should be working better than that. It should have been a year till we detected any loss whatsoever.
Ah, so it's a mechanic's pride, is it? Sounds like a worthy mission. Why don't we go run some diagnostics?
Right.
But dinner...
Tatsu, if you don't be careful, you might end up as dinner. I think we gotta teach that little hash brown how to cook. Alright, so this is a job surrounding our friend Lynn. We need to team up with Lynn and help her fix the electrical fault. In order to fix the electrical fault, it looks like we actually need to go outside of New LA a little bit. We're heading out the western gate here. And I think there's a little elevator that can take us up to the spot where Lindley's going to take a look at whatever machinery deals with the electrical currents around here. So, we come over this way. Yeah, we need to go all the way up there. Now, there's got to be an elevator, right? There's no way they're going to make us walk up that many stairs. This looks to be the elevator, so I guess to get on, I need to go over here. Yeah, stairs. I remember going on this before. It's all coming back to me now, although it feels like a lifetime ago when we came to New LA for the very first time. And here we are, back where it all started, and the elevator is coming down to greet us. Perfect. Beautiful evening to do some repair work. We apparently do our best work at 4 a.m. We were rescuing kitties at 4 a.m. Now we're fixing electrical grids at 4 a.m. Not my preferred time of day, but I suppose things are different when you're not even in a physical human body. You can sort of push yourself to your limits. Alright, we gotta keep going up. Believe it or not, we're still not high enough. And now we're gonna speak to someone named Bart.
No, haven't noticed any transmission loss in the energy system recently.
But it's in the readings. Please, you have to check one more time.
Jargon flies over a very short head of Tatsu.
NLA used to be the residential area of a spaceship. We're standing in what was the outer wall. Since we no longer need positional thrusters, we rerouted that energy elsewhere. Now it travels from the main... Basically, it's leaking. Lin patched it up, but it's still leaking a little bit.
Ah, Tatsu knows all about leaking. Now Tatsu get it.
What is it? I guess it's been a while since you've seen Lin fix things instead of shoot them. Surprised?
I mean... honestly, she seems to just be having a whole lot of fun here.
You can tell she loves it. But she understands, you know? The different parts we all need to play for us to survive on Mira. Still, given the choice, I'm sure she'd lay down her weapons for this in a heartbeat. Back on the White Whale, Lin was a key part of the engineering team. During the crash, she stayed with the engines until the very last moment. Despite her age, no one can question her skill or dedication. If she says something's wrong with the system here, there is.
I finally pinned it down. It's a problem with the replacement part.
The one you installed before?
Right. Turns out it was made here in New LA. Unfortunately, the quality doesn't match the Earth-made parts we had on the White Whale.
I suppose it makes sense that it wouldn't.
But if we're lucky, a usable part may have landed somewhere in Starfall Basin.
If Lindley says so, then Team Tatsu will go. Sooner friends fix leak, sooner Tatsu can eat.
Well, you all heard him. Guess we better get a move on.
It is nice to see Lin sort of embrace her inner engineer again. We've been out fighting monsters for so long that it's been a while since we've seen her get a chance to, you know, show us her engineering side. It's clear that it's her true passion. Like Elma said, I think... Also, whoa, what the heck? Level 54 robots randomly right here. Okay, apparently the part we're looking for is in this area. This is actually where I very first woke up, where Elma found me. And I don't remember there being level 50 robots when I first woke up, but anyway. As I was saying, it's clear that engineering is Lin's true passion, and like Elma said, if she was given an opportunity to never go back out in the field and slay monsters anymore and instead focus on engineering, I think she would. She's a bit of a jack of all trades, that Lin. Not only does she make our lunch every day, she's also a first-class engineer and a heck of a monster hunter. Alright, there's a ton of debris here in this little area. And that gave us L002 power cables, which is one of the things that Lindley needs. We will, though, need a little bit more. There should be some more treasure over here, and hopefully that'll give us what we need. Oh yes, all these level 3 and level 2 monsters, that's what I remember from this opening area. So the level 50s must be a new addition. I also don't remember there being so much white whale debris. I suppose this is all placed here just for the purposes of this mission. There we go. We got enough power cables, so hopefully that should be just what we need to fix the leak in the energy circuit.
We found the part. I'll swap it in right now.
There's the L002 power cables, an ultra-high voltage cable used on the white whale. Sturdy and capable of surviving long voyages, it is still used in various equipment and repairs in New LA.
Unreal! The loss is so low I can't even get a reading.
Dinner time!
You really are a wizard, Lynn.
This will work for the time being, but is it enough?
Huh?
That part will eventually wear out, and then we'll be back to square one. I think it's too soon to consider this problem fixed.
But not too soon for dinner, right? Tatsu, fading. See? Bright light.
I understand your concern, Lynn, but I think Tatsu's at his limit. What do you think?
I mean, I know Tatsu's hungry, and I'm sure we're all hungry, but we also don't want to leave the job unfinished. I think we should probably try to fix the problem for good.
But there's a limit to parts from the white whale. Once they're gone, that's it.
Exactly. This problem won't go away until we can manufacture better parts in New LA.
That would certainly make my life easier anytime something needs replacing.
What's kept us from doing that until now?
It's a resource issue, ma'am. Procuring proper materials on Mira has been harder than scavenging white whale parts. 3, in particular, are extremely scarce.
But if we found them, it'd make future maintenance a lot easier, right? So yeah, maybe it has been too hard. But now Team Elma is on the case.
Your plan does make a lot of sense. All right then, let's go finish what we started.
Yes, friends, go. But after dinner?
Sorry, Tatsu. This is really important to me. But if you help out, I promise to fix you a feast.
Feast? For Tatsu? Tatsu agree. Friends must find thingy that can help do stuff better. Hurry now. Go Team Tatsu.
Are we Team Tatsu or are we Team Elma? That's the running debate. Alright, I guess we are going to take our time and make sure we do this properly. It is a absolute downpour out here right now. You can barely even see that far. There's a bit of fog. There's some big dinos down there who don't seem to care at all about the rain. And over that way, about 2.5 kilometers, is our objective. So, if we fast travel to FN Site 103, that'll get us pretty close. We've got a couple of different things we need to pick up for Lynn. We should double check what they actually are, and if it'll require fighting some indigents or simply picking them up on the ground. Let's see. Missions, the repair job. Okay, so we've actually already got some of them. We needed 4 cruise deflector airs, which we already have. We needed 5 white comatites, which we also already have. And then we need 2 energy tubes, which we only have 1 of. So luckily, we've actually already mostly completed this quest just through sheer luck and having explored this area before. So, the area that we need to access right now appears to be up on top of this cliff. So let's hop in the Skell for a little bit of an extra boost so we can do some hopping. Thing is I don't know that we can hop high enough to get up there. Yeah, okay, we're gonna kind of have to go around and then come back. But that's fine. Everything's faster when you're in a giant mech, so we'll just hip-hop our way up this way. There we go. Now, looks like that robot right there has one of the pieces we need. However, that robot is level 45. So let's find another source, shall we? I don't think we're going to be getting an energy tube there. Now this is a whole camp full of pretty high level monsters. This is not gonna work. The game is pointing me towards like level 47 droids. There's gotta be another area where we can find these instead. Is this the only spot that's showing on my map? Let me take a closer look at the mission. The mission says, gather 2 energy tubes from Pugs in Primordia, etc. And I've already gathered 1. The question is, who or what is a Pug? I vaguely remember fighting them before, but I'm gonna have to double check on what they are and where we can find them, because the only thing that's marked on my map right now are these high level monsters. I'm wondering, maybe if we change the time of day, our offerings will be different. For example, let's see, if we go to night, do we have anything new marked on our map, or is it all concentrated right here? Yeah, it is, unfortunately. Alright, we're gonna have to go find some Pugs, I think. My handy-dandy friend Google told me that there are Pugs around the location where we first met Tatsu, which I believe is over here in the sea-swept base. The Pugs are basically the robots used by the Prone. So, the ones over here should hopefully be a bit of a lower level, and yes, right away my map actually updates to show that we're in the right area. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Google. This should make our life easier. This right here is a Pug, a Pawn Pug. It's only level 9, much more within our level range than the level 40s the game was recommending before. And there you go, easy peasy. That's how we get our energy tube, right there. Take all, and now we should actually be done. Let's head back and make the final repairs.
You really got them all? Wow. I guess everything I heard about you guys is true.
These will mean a nice boost in our manufacturing quality, right?
Absolutely. Now we'll never have to hunt for old parts again.
Alright, here's the white Cometite, the energy tube, and the cruise deflector airs.
Another day, another step. Slowly but surely, we're building a sustainable future for ourselves on this planet. And it's all thanks to the dedication of people like you, Lynn.
With the support of some very patient indigenous peoples, of course.
Dance of too hungry to dance.
All right, now it's time to build a sustainable future for Tatsu's stomach.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Lily put spring into Tatsu's step. Dance of sustainable joy.
Mission complete. The repair job. We fixed the electrical fault and replaced all the parts, leaving it better than we found it. Lynn seems pleased. We learned the Gatling Gun Art Fire Carnival. And we got lots of rewards. We love to see it. Look at this. Infinity is getting updated. Segment Recon is being completed. We're getting rewards. And that's another 3 Affinity missions down. We are slowly but surely working our way through them and learning so much about this eclectic cast of characters in the process. I'm probably partial to the pet mission because, you know, pets, but all of the 3 missions that we completed today were really great. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. On our next one, we're probably going to keep working through the Affinity missions, but in particular, we're going to do the one that is a prerequisite for Chapter 8.